officers, members, and friends. It is an honor to be with you today as we come together in the remembrance of our great men and women who fought and gave their lives for the cause of freedom. And because of their braveries, we are able to live in a free society. Across our nation, our citizens and our veterans gather on this Memorial Day to honor our men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. And because of our American heroes, we are living in the most powerful country in the world. We can't take that for granted. Honor will be to those who gave what Abraham Lincoln called the last full measure of devotion in the fight for our liberty and to fight for our country. There are always a conversation comes up in our schools, our workplace, in our community, prior to our military and veteran holiday, such as Memorial Day. But we know that honoring our veterans with words alone falls short if we are not doing or bringing those words to life by honoring them equally with deeds and worthy of sacrifice. People sometimes ask, how can we best honor our men and women, or even our veterans, or even those who have fallen in our service for our country? I'm very humbled by the tremendous courage shown by our brave sailors, soldiers, airmen, Marines, Coast Guard, reservists, and National Guard. Throughout our history, there is no doubt that our men and women and our veterans have paved the way for military reputation as the finest fighting forces in the world, both strength and character. It was about 230 years ago the American Revolution ended in 1783. It was 200 years ago when our soldiers were dying on the battlefield in the War of 1812. It was 150 years ago in 1863, the greatest battle ever fought on American soil, that Abraham Lincoln spoke the words of the Gettysburg Address as our nation dedicated a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who gave their lives so our nation might live. 70 years ago, more Americans were dying in World War II. In 1953, we ended the Korean War. In 1973, we ended the Vietnam conflict. We have ended the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. However, they're still fighting conflicts going on in Iraq and in Afghanistan. Wars are not without their glory. Every military person who signed up for the military service and fought the battle is a hero. Don't forget that. That's true. Because they made the United States what it is today. We live in a great country, a country where we do not have to worry about tomorrow because we are free. More than 1.2 million Americans, men and women, have perished as a result of military conflicts. And because of that, we are able to live free. You do not take your freedom for granted. It is a price, is well known to you. By being here today, we are setting an example for others. And at the same time, you are remembering that so many of our finest young Americans are still serving in harm's way. Aren't you happy to live in a free country? It could have been the other way around, but God has blessed us with the fact that we are able to live in a free country. That's why so many want to come to the United States of America, because they too want to be free. I don't know about you this morning, but I'm happy to be living in a free country. So today we honor the men and women who serve in our military services. They were real people, sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, wives and husbands. They were strong and vibrant. Ladies and gentlemen, today is not about celebrating the beginning of a summer season, if you will, or a holiday from work. It's about a day of remembrance, a day that should be properly and set aside for reflection. It is for those men and women who fought for our freedom and paid the ultimate sacrifice. And as we heard our master sermon on the stage, that are there the Gold Star members here today, for those who have lost loved ones. Ask yourself the question, where would you be without the personal sacrifice made by these men and women? Those who made it home from combat carry a heavy load. They carry a heavy burden. They know they must fight to honor those who have fallen. And they know living life to the fullest in spite of severe injuries or illness. Disabled veteran service organized have strived for more than over 90,000 years to fulfill promises to the military service members. Those 90-some years represent more than just time. They represent generations of sacrifice and progress by our brothers and our sisters. They reached out to all veterans. It is their top priority. They are advocating for every injury and illness. Veterans alive represent more than 300,000 claims each year. In the past years, hundreds and thousands have served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and many have served in numerous combat tours. They will need our help when they pick up the mantle of proud veterans. We must keep all our promises to the men and women who have served. When they swore the oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, they made a commitment to all of us. And at the same time, we as a nation sustain a sacred obligation to them upon their return home to heal their wounds, to build our lives, and to care for their survivors. Over the years, our government has worked to fulfill the promise by providing health care, compensation, transition services, and other benefits to meet their challenging or their changing needs. We must be prepared to care for both he and she who have borne the battle. It is one more remarkable testimony to know about special today generation is and continue to be they, like so many in American history today, are putting themselves in harm's way for you and for me and for our future. On this Memorial Day, we must recommit ourselves to standing up for veterans, those who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We must never stop fighting for veterans. They never stop fighting for us. And so many gave their last dying breath for us. It is up to us now to honor those still with us and their survivors of those who have passed away by fulfilling the nation's promise to our protector, our military veterans. Thank you for coming today, for your love for God, for your love for country, and for your dedication to honor men and women who defend our nation, past and present, even to the future. May God bless America, men and women who have fulfilled their promise to serve us today, especially those who have fallen in our services. I salute all the men and women for a job well done that served in the United States Armed Forces, and to those who gave and made the ultimate sacrifice. It is their commitment to teamwork, to excellence, and above all, service that allow us to be here today, reflecting upon our freedom. I am honored to salute the men and women who made this ceremony possible. Thank you all. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much.